in horse time again. Well, I've dragged her out the garden through the hedge. That's why the hair is not as what it. Well, it's not bad, but I mean,
it's not bad. But it's very hot out there, and I've been doing an awful lot of digging and gardening and weeding and planting and yes. So,
what are you planting at this time of the year?
Oh, there you have a local garden centre that sells stuff off, and I bought some gorgeous pinks, and they were really good for £1 each, and they were really good. So what I've done is I've been shifting enormous stones, like huge pebble things that I've put across this garden. It's one part of the garden that I've been looked at every year thinking, oh, this is such a mess. And I, for some reason, decided I was going to start on it. And once you start, you can't finish. And then once I thought I'd finished, I thought I need plants in it. Oh.
Yes, it gets
you a bit weary.
Well, we're very pet friendly in the UK, and garden friendly. We're good at it, especially with roses. And going back to the pet thing, I believe there has been a survey today that most people, something like 80%, would choose to photograph their dog or their cat than another member of the family. I know.
Well, I think I'm probably guilty of that, quite honestly.
Yes. Picture speaks
because they are very cute at times, you see. They're very cute at times.
Yeah, and the average number of photos a day.
Oh, no, not that.
8.
No, I'm not as bad as that. No, but I was down the pub the other day, and there were 2 cockapoos who didn't even know each other, and it's gone all over the WhatsApp. We're literally on their hind legs. One was black, one was ginger, and giving each other a hug. It was just absolutely so sweet.
Inclusivity, you see. It's even absolutely got dogs. GB News we mentioned last week. We often mention that. But something is coming out again, and it involves Ofcom.
Oh,
not like GB News. And I've been thinking of various things. Now, if you think of newspapers, which can do as much damage as GB News, especially the recognised papers like the Good Old Mail and the Telegraph, the Sun, Mirror, etc., then they've all got their own stance. Well, they don't have to do what we have to do in television and have a stupid left-winger on. Now, I'm not saying all left-wingers are stupid, but the ones they get on
they are awful.
They are truly stupid.
Awful. They are awful, and I want to kick the TV in. There's 2 guys, and there's 3 guys, and there's a woman with she must be about 60 odd with blondish hair. And there was that Welsh guy who's got like a half-grown beard. He must be in his 60s, and he speaks very softly. What's his name? And then there's another guy who's got like NHS type round glasses like they used to be when we were kids. I don't know what he was on last night, and I was just screaming at the TV going, you know what, please get.
I mean, yeah, there is this kind of journalism, which is not our kind of journalism, that wants to stir it up. But if they had a reasonable lefty on, fine,
yes,
you can listen to them, and there are some reasonable, but most of them, I'm sorry, and they come up with rubbish arguments.
Oh, it's terrible. The ones they get on, lefties, are awful. They come across as complete numpties. They really do. Totally. And there must be, as you say, there must be some perfectly decent ones that can actually make a case for their argument. But they're off the planet. You're dead right. I've been saying the same thing over the last couple of months or so.
Well, why isn't Ofcom breathing on the newspaper? If you get the Mirror, you know you're going to get a lefty opinion. And very seldom do you get a righty opinion. So that's wrong, isn't it? If Ofcom are down on the telly and they're not down on the newspaper.
Yeah, I take your point. I do take your point. But I suppose if you're doing a TV program, TV news, but then, you look at BBC, any news that goes on GB News hardly ever gets onto BBC. Sky News are now Not much better either. I mean, it can be quite some time before. I mean, that's the thing I like about GB News. The breaking news, their researchers are so sharp, they're so on it, and it comes out straight away and it's there. Headline news. And you can keep up with what the news is. I mean, but there are some stories over the past few months, I thought, wow, I would have thought that would also have been breaking news for BBC and Sky, and it hasn't been. No. Or something in the paper, you think, well, why isn't that front page? I mean, the little boy Preston, that's Daily Mail have really got a huge thing on that's coming out tomorrow, and that is, I can't wait to see what that what that sentence is, but. I suppose you've got to have the left side, haven't you? I mean, but then you've got your papers that. I mean, the Guardian is left. We know that. We know the Telegraph is probably right. We know I don't know what the Observer is. What's the Observer?
Well, sitting on the fence is a good description, but they tend to be left of centre.
And the Mail, what are they, right?
Oh, yeah.
They're right, yeah. So what you're dealing with, sort of thing, and there's not going to be the other argument. But I suppose, it is. Ofcom's very strange, and it's a government thing. So, and they want to try and shut GB News down, don't they? Well, they're not going to get away with that.
No, not they're too entrenched. So
absolutely, they are now. There's far too much support.
It amuses me, the Daily Mail. It should be called the Daily Female, of course.
Oh, yeah, 80% of the readership are female.
Nearly 80% of the ladies.
They are.
There you go. Well, look, I'll tell you what really annoyed me, apart from that, this week. Sir Keir standing between two Union flags, saying, we've got to get rid of the nasty people online that are affecting our children. Well, Sir Keir, you're a bit late. You should have done this a long time ago. So should the Tories. But to be fair on the Tories, they're really pushing it now. But have they got it right? That was a party political broadcast of Sir Keir.
Oh, did he not see him, though, looking so gleeful? Look at me, aren't I a clever boy? Look, even the way he delivered his speech at the lectern was had this overtone of grandiosity, look at me. Political grandstanding. Isn't it amazing that he did it just before the Makerfield election? Oh, and hang on a minute. We have the online safety bill that has been going around for the last 18 months. Has he not heard of it? Is this going to dovetail in with the online safety bill? I mean, I heard Anne Widdecombe speak yesterday, and I totally agree with what she said. And I like her a lot. And she said, very happy to give it a whirl, but I want more detail. And that is the problem. How is he going to police it? I mean, some parents are up in arms about it. They went to a school. It was ever so funny. They went to a school and asked these kids, who's happy with the one hand went up, and they are going to find a way around it. Has he not heard of older siblings? Has he not heard of older cousins and other people that they go to school with? They will find a way. And it's not going, there are some parents that have gone, we were in tears when we heard the news come out. But you know what? What about your parenting skills? What about you getting the devices out the bedroom, monitoring what goes on, putting on the parental locks and all of that? What about all that stuff? What about not buying your child one when they're 6 or 7 years old? There is so much stuff that is down to the parents, and it's all very well for him chirping up like that. But as I say, there is the online safety bill. So even Ian Russell, whose daughter sadly passed, as you know, terrible. He doesn't think, he like me, didn't think the online safety bill was strong enough, because I have yet to see, because this was what it was, that any program that had harmful content that wasn't removed, that was highlighted, had to be taken down, or they would pay 10% of their income. I don't know one platform that's gone through that, and still that content is going round. But how is he going to police it? Is it going to be someone going round like, not? Sorry, I think your 10-year-old's looking at porn. No, that was actually me, mate. Yeah, well, who's going to police it?
It's not policeable. It's another one in, one out. it's not going to work. Everybody knows it's not going to work.
It can't work. There will be some parents that say, right, that's it, you're not, that might help those parents. But what was wrong with saying no in the first place? It might help some, but he thinks it's a silver bullet and it isn't.
No, it's not. It's all PR.
It is just in time for the Makerfield election. So he looks like he's done something.
Surprise. Another thing that's in line for the Makerfield election is that the small boats are down 4%. Yeah, well,
we've had some bad weather. That's why.
Well, exactly, and this is nudging, brainwashing, call it what you like. And look, there are things going on here that are indescribably bad. We are being nudged into non-existence. And you can call that brainwashing, you can calling it gaslighting, but we are in many directions. And it's Mr. Keir, some people say sir, but I don't.
I just call him Starmer.
Yeah, because you shouldn't be getting a sir for doing a job, and you shouldn't be getting a sir for doing a bad job.
Absolutely.
And you can look back at the many years he was in the CPS and say, what did you not do? And it's all right to state, oh, it's wrong for our children to stay indoors, reading things, seeing photos on their mobile phones when they should be outdoors. Well, you muppet, the reason they're not outdoors is because of you letting all these hooligans.
But you see, this is it, Rodney. So many people, he did himself no favors, because people like myself were putting out on Twitter yesterday and on radio shows. Well, he sits there so sanctimoniously going, I'm so concerned about our children being kept safe from harm. And then there's a picture of him with oh my God, trying to look cool, right? You know, you can't get down with the cool kids, mate. You're old and you look ridiculous. He had a white T-shirt on with a navy blue zip up, what do you call it? Like a fleece thing, right? Trying to look very cool. He looked ridiculous. But so many people like myself were saying, well, if you didn't want the kids to get hurt, look what you've done with the illegal migrants. What about Rhiannon White? What about Barnaby Webber? What about all these people? Because he hasn't mentioned those. It's amazing how he is adept at ignoring things that he doesn't want to talk about. And that was the first thing everybody on media was saying. Oh, shame he's let the illegal migrants loose on the young kids then, isn't it?
Well, I'm sorry if people take exception to my Turner phrase about
tough luck.
Our Prime Minister being a muppet.
He's a muppet. He's a numpty.
So I'll say it again. He is.
He is.
I mean, it gets worse.
Yes.
Yes. And I'll tell you how. Basically, we've got a situation, and again, it slipped out, about ID. How is he going to make this work? He intends to make it work on what is your date of birth? How can we prove it? Have you got ID? You can prove it. He wants ID as a backdoor.
He's trying to do anything and everything to push through what he wants. And the thing is, you know, where people might not have seen it at first, in the last 8-9 months, people have seen it transparently, what he's about. It's just, there's too much stuff. And even people that are moderately educated get it. We can all get it. It's not, you know, you don't have to be uber clever to understand what his game is. You know, and this thing with social media, he's rushed it through, knee-jerk reaction, as ever, if there was any reaction at all. And there'll be loads of flaws in it. It'll be shot through with holes. And he's done it for political grandstanding, I'm telling you.
Well, there is a disadvantage for having some nice, hot, sunny weather in Spain. You've got to watch it early in the mornings, especially after a tropical night, which we get for about half the year. Because what happens when you wake up, your blood pressure is a lot lower than it normally is in a normal climate. So it's a lot easier to pass out if you get up quick or whatever. That morning where I heard his speech, this early morning speech, I was alive and well. I had no trouble with my blood pressure.
I mean, I think everybody was like it, to be honest. I mean, it really was ridiculous. And they've had every Uncle Joe and his brother on TV talking about it. And I just think, you know what? But sensible people, Emily Carver, I mean, she was very sensible about, where's the parents? I mean, and it's true. You can't get away from it. It's absolutely true. But, in the meantime, he's letting the police run amok and be absolute thugs with English people. I mean, he's not controlling that. Hang on, where's Shabana Mahmood? She's supposed to be the Home Secretary.
Yeah, she's gone very quiet, have you noticed, of late? She's been rumbled. Mouth where the money is.
Okay. Yeah.
Or the other way around, even. Siobhan White, who you've interviewed and we're due to interview, and her daughter cruelly killed, Rhiannon, by this evil piece of work.
Failed illegal migrant.
Yes, allowed to stay in the country. She was attending a march by lefties in Brighton. There's so many lefties in Brighton, it's not true, especially green lefties. And she was taking the opposite stance. I'm not surprised when they had placards saying Rhiannon deserved what she got. Can you imagine these blooming idiots?
I can't believe how she wasn't actually violent to them. I mean, who in their right mind, and these are women, young women in their 30s, who in their right mind could think that this was, something she deserved? She was working in a migrant hotel. She had a little boy, and this creep was there and stabbed her something like 30 times all over her body. He had AIDS, apparently, when he was examined. So good. I mean, how can anyone say that she deserved it? And she had been recognized by a policewoman there, and Paul Siobhan ended up on the floor, face planted on the pavement. And I spoke to her the other day, and she had terrible issues with her back. I mean, what are these officers doing? I mean, the number of times people are being bounced on by 6 burly gorillas that look like they're on steroids to someone because they just wore a flag. Someone in Brighton, Mike Graham was telling me this, there was a girl walking down the promenade in Brighton the other night, and she had a St. George's flag. And the police went up to her and said, "What do you think you're doing?" "Well, I've got the St. George's flag. I'm just walking. It's the World Cup. So I'm wearing it."
Yeah, really.
But about 5 officers came to talk to her. What? Go and catch some serious criminals. Stop beating up people that are just innocent, expressing themselves and just innocent. I mean, as I said to you before we came on air, there's one guy who was it was at the Leicester protest, and the police, because he was wearing a Union Jack, they jumped on him, 6 of them, and knocked him straight into a metal bollard, knocked him unconscious. He was in intensive care. Thankfully, he's okay. But that's assault. That's GBH. How can they get away with this? And another guy, same day, all this happened on Sunday. Another guy was just walking down the street, and some officers got hold of him and smashed him into some metal railings. He's had to have plastic surgery on his neck. I mean, you couldn't, if you did this to anyone, you'd be arrested by the police, you'd be in court, and you'd go to jail.
What is your definition of hate speech? There's no more prime example of a particular placard, and nothing was done about it.
Absolutely. A placard of some innocent mum who was actually working in a migrant hotel. She did, and they were chanting it. She deserved it. I mean, honestly, how Siobhan kept her patience, I have no idea. I mean, see, I would never go on marches anyway, but I would never do protests or marches because I'm always worried something's going to kick off. But it's not the point. You shouldn't. It's just dreadful. But that is, as you rightly say, you can't get more hate speech than that, can you?
let's move on to something in Spain, but we can still think about Great Britain at the same time. The reason being is that there is a shortage of certain workers in Spain, as in the United Kingdom. And for the same reason, what you've got is hot holiday spots. Now, in the UK, you've got Devon and Cornwall and parts of Wales. And in the Balearic Islands, Mallorca, Ibiza, etc., and in the east coast of Spain, Benidorm, down here in the Costa del Sol, then you've got problems. And the problem is driven by everybody wants to come and buy a cottage or an apartment or a house. And of course, the prices go up and the locals cannot afford to live there.
Yeah.
If you've got no locals to work in the restaurant, it's the perfect storm. They have very high national insurance rates here, worse than GB, believe it or not. And these are very similar to what happens in the UK. Is there an answer to this? I believe there is. And it's corruption at the bottom end of it all. We used to live in a high net worth area in West Wales, round Abersoch.
How nice there.
Beautiful, beautiful beaches, gorgeous. We holidayed there for years and they'd said, yeah, let's have a bit of a house here. And we moved in. And I did my work still in Manchester, bit of a trek, but it was nice to live there. We had problems while we were there because we were English. And I've mentioned them on a number of programs, one of them being looking under your car every morning to see if a bomb had been planted or whether your house had been burnt down.
There was a time when
bad period.
Yeah, there was a bad period. I agree.
The bad period and the bad thinking and the anti-English still lives on, mainly from the Welsh Language Society. If we're talking language, 19% are able to speak Welsh. The rest, 81%, can't and have no intention, probably.
It's pretty difficult.
Yeah, but they all speak English. Oh, no, there's somebody on the top of that mountain over there that can only speak Welsh. Yeah, okay, 1 in a million. But the cost to the nation and the insistence on more bureaucracy is utter madness. That's my view. Others have other views. Having said that, here we are with a situation whereby if you want to blame anybody, you blame the locals. Well, I blame the locals. Well, it's easy. Basically, they've lived in their small cottage for donkey's years. And they decide, oh, well, if the stupid English will pay that much for it, I'm going to sell it. They're the guilty ones. They are sitting on a pot of gold and they're making a lot of money. And they're the first ones actually that complain. Hypocrisy, you may say. More hypocrisy. Because they triple and quadruple the rates for the wicked English people coming in. Oh dear. Oh, well, we're doing that to build houses for the locals. Not one, do I know, ever has been built. They pocket for themselves and stupid projects. Now, there's the problem. If they did build a small community on the fringe of a village, that'd be fine. Special housing for the locals that can't afford to get on the first rung of an expensive property. There is a solution, but they don't take because it's corrupt politics. It's sectarianism in its own way, if you analyse it. So there you go. There's a solution, guys. Get on with it. And it's the same in Spain. But they've learnt their lesson in Mallorca, particularly, because they said 18 months ago, go home, English. We don't want you. Clear off.
Yes.
now they've turned the placard round and it says, "Come back, please, all is forgiven." Because their restaurants are empty, their hotels are empty.
Yes.
Oh, yes. Why can't we let the market be the market?
Yeah.
It'll sort itself out.
Yeah.
Only when corrupt politicians get in the way,
Yeah.
you've got the problem.
Yeah.
Dare I go a bit further? And I'm going to get very controversial now. Get rid, or at least reduce, the minimum wage to half. If you get a good worker, I would pay a good worker, and we do, twice the minimum wage.
Yeah, well, I think this is the thing with especially with the hospitality industry. I keep on saying to people, if you don't pay your chef, if you've got a good chef, you don't pay him well, he's the person that brings in the revenue. So you need to look after your hospitality people. You really do. And the people that serve you and the people behind the bar, you have, they are worth, especially with pubs closing down and people, you need people to go. So you need to really up the game.
Exactly, you do. Treat your workers well. They're the basis of your business. But the state doesn't allow that. It wants the layabouts, etc., to get the same wage.
Oh, did you see they're going to give illegal migrants now some jobs because apparently we need some more kebab shops?
Oh! Yes. And nails as well, and car washes and deliveries. Oh, don't. We move on. This will get the blood pressure up, young lady. A Labour MP wants to bring adult entertainment industry into the child's classroom. And she's not hiding it. She says it's a summer of sex. Her name is Samantha Niblet.
Oh, yes. Yes. Didn't she want to take sex toys into Parliament or something?
Yes. And guess who she's being backed by? The sex toy industry.
Oh, not Mr. Starmer. But the stupid woman doesn't realize they're going to be in recess anyway. So it's no point.
Oh, my goodness me. Anyway, she's already secured an early autumn debate in Parliament.
It's ridiculous. It's dreadful.
And I'll tell you, a lot of the Labour MPs particularly are backing her. Do they want to destroy the country and our children?
Well, I call them the nonce party. There's too many paedophiles that come out of the Labour government. There really are. There's a lot of councillors that you do see. I go through Twitter every single day, and it's astonishing how many Labour councillors are up for looking at, things online, children online. Dreadful. Anyway, it's going to be very interesting to see what happens with Makerfield on Thursday. Very interesting.
I do sincerely hope, as I mentioned on a broadcast earlier today, that we can get rid of sectarianism, because that is what it'll be.
Yes.
If Andy Burnham gets, and he's in the lead, apparently.
Well, I heard that he dropped a lot.
He has, but he's still in the lead. Look, good people of Makerfield, think of the country. Not your Labour roots. You've seen the mess that Labour have made for it.
But he's made a mess anyway. I mean, on the grounds that he has not looked after and backed the people that were part of those Rochdale gangs is appalling. On that alone, he shouldn't be appointed. I mean, absolutely alone. There's as I say, a young lady called Iman Zaina, who was part of she was one of the girls in a gang, abused in a gang. And for some reason, of course, the police thought she was the guilty one. Well, they would, wouldn't they? And she was in a police cell, Greater Manchester Police, and she was raped in the cell by police officers. And when she came out, she didn't go to prison. When she came out of the cell, she actually went to Andy Burnham and tried to, get him to help. He sent her to this person, to that person, the other person. He never did anything. And now Greater Manchester Police have lost the CCTV. So why isn't Andy Burnham jumping on that?
It's probably in the same place as the phone that was missing.
Yeah. McSweeney's phone, probably.
Yeah. we move on, but the same. You think it's bad. in Britain, which it is. But let's go to another principality, although it's not. It's Scotland. Wales is the principality, obviously, with the prince. Yes. But in Scotland, they're even worse off. And McSweeney knows all about it and has advocated this since 2019 and has spent a lot of public funding that taxpayers in England have paid out, of course. I'm just going to read you a short thing that Year 5 secondary school girl, thinking back on how she was brought up in Scotland. I still remember my school year. My classmates and I were shown material that no young person should have been expected to sit through. We were told that watching pornography is normal and that we simply had to be careful about the type of pornography we watched, she was told. I have never forgotten it.
Yeah.
There's the key at the end.
That's right. You can't unsee what you've seen. And that's why we're getting a lot of, a lot of mental health issues is caused by this. I swear it. Because you've got 1 in 4 children between the age of 10 and 12 are watching it. And 1 in 3, this is what they know, Ofcom, 1 in 3 between the ages of 11 and 13 are watching it. And it's frightening. Because what they're watching, there's no such thing as when you had those, the magazines of just boobs and legs and bits. It's real now, really is unbelievably hideous stuff right from the off. It's dreadful.
Yes, it's not top shelf stuff as in the
It's
good
dreadful.
old days.
Absolutely awful.
It is awful. And the whole tenor of this is progressive, liberal. And I've got another quote for you. They play down the dangers of pornography, present contested ideas about the family and sexuality, trans, in other words, as a settled fact, and introduce children to sensitive sexual themes far too early.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Because these are not even sexual themes. This is hardcore porn. This is strangulation. This is every type of rape where there's an orifice. It's dreadful. Masturbation all over someone's faces. It's just disgusting. Absolutely disgusting.
And please think about what your child is receiving in school from many points of view.
And if their child is on Discord, there's a lot of it there. Discord's dreadful.
Take your children out of school if you're worried.
Oh, I would. I absolutely. If I thought my kid was going to learn about transgender about 6 years old, I would be home tutoring. It's the only way you can actually secure that they're not going to get bullied, that they're not going to get tainted by this awful lefty rubbish.
It's the normalization of this.
It is. No, it's dreadful.
And it goes on all the time, so that we've got a society now, because it's been going on donkey's years, that have given freedom to minority groups, LGBT as an example. And we've had and you have had a torrid revelation this week about a child, a young baby, basically.
Sweetheart, little sweetheart called Preston. Gorgeous, gorgeous baby. And he, at 13 months old, these gay guys, utter creeps, weirdos, one was a teacher, they were both allowed to adopt this child. And the failings, they were, there were all sorts of things they had to go to A&E for, and this, that, and the other. And he fell out of his cot, and this, that, and the other. And there's now, 8 people, missed opportunities. How many times are you going to hear this? And I swear that it was Hope Week. Like they would say, we can't do this, it's racist. We can't do this, it's transphobic. I reckon that nothing was done because they would, in fearful of blooming DIU, DEI rather, that, will be done for homophobic. Well done. I put it out on Twitter today. Well done, all you people, because that baby's now died and you could have stopped it. So your hand is, you've got skin in the game here. You really have. And I don't want to see, I put this out on Twitter, I don't want to see a thing coming out, which we wait, it will happen when the sentencing comes and blah, blah, blah. It'll be, lessons have been learned. No, they haven't. They never are. What about coming out and saying we have miserably failed? We have people are going to lose their jobs, how we can live with ourselves. We know we've got blood on our hands. Why not say the truth? Why not say the truth? And rather than, we'll go undercover for a while. And then, the old chestnut, you wait and see, it'll come out again. That poor baby. What those two men did to that child is absolutely despicable.
There's a lot more to come out, as you.
Oh, yeah.
We've just had revelatory reports from the US. It is rife over there because in certain regions in America, it's worse than the UK. And the number of homosexuals that are responsible for, at the least, cruelty and at the worst, paedophilia, I repeat, it's rife.
It is pure. These people are spawns of Satan. They really are. They are. People today have been going, death penalty, hope that. I said, you know what? No. I mean, no, you don't want the death penalty. You want them to suffer. I want those two men to suffer so they actually don't survive their life sentence. I am looking for a full life sentence with no parole, nothing at all, full life sentence for the one, and the other one who allowed it to happen. That is actually called joint enterprise. And that means you should get anyone that's done joint enterprise, which is standing there allowing something to happen and you didn't intervene. Joint enterprise should get not far different from the guy who actually did it. I mean, it's awful. And I mean, there's a video out today with this little bit. They would wake him up at night and he was crying, little thing. Bless his little heart. Absolute beautiful smile. The grandmother, rightly, is absolutely fuming. And I have to tell you now, if I am going to watch this with eagle eyes, because if there's any suggestion that I think it is unduly lenient, I'm right on that website, government.uk, sentencing review. I don't think it's panel. It's sentencing review, something or other, but you've only got 28 days. And there was a case this week on Sunday that came through that 9 migrant teenage boys, age 11 to 16, the criminal age of responsibility is 10 years old, 11 to 16, 3 occasions took this 14-year-old girl into woods, gang raped her viciously, violently. And on the 3rd occasion, she went to the police. They got, wait for it, everyone, take a breath, they got 30 hours community hours. It's outrageous. That'll be because, and what gets me is when it was this guy Vikram, whatever his name was, whatever, I don't even want to say his name, that murdered Henry Novak 2 years before, he had been put before a court because he had stolen a load of knives. Go back further than that, he was an absolute nightmare at school, taking in knives, taking in knuckle dusters, really threatening. The school should have done something about it then. Anyway, they didn't sentence him 2 years ago when he was about 20 years old because they didn't want to ruin his young life. Oh, really? How do you feel now that by not doing that, he's now gone and killed someone?
Yeah.
They don't change. They just get worse. And I have cried over this little boy, Preston. He's just the sweetest child. I mean, it's awful for every child, but this child is utterly endearing, a beautiful baby. And I mean,
yeah, I've seen the picture how anybody could do anything.
But I tell you what, I promise everyone, you don't want the death penalty. Yes, you want a life sentence. They will not see it out because that guy, the guy Vikram, whatever his name is, that killed Henry Novak, within a week, he had been napalmed. Now, napalming is where they get the sugar and they boil the water, and they boil the sugar with the water, and it's like hot treacle, and they throw it at his face. And they throw it at his face. That sets immediately like caramel, and it is totally corrosive on the skin. It's it's a degree 1 burns. Well, hard luck. I have no sympathy whatsoever. He's not going to eat. I know his sentence is up for appeal. He ain't going to live that long. They will get him. They will find a way. And these men will be got. They are got. The guy that abused my children, he had to be moved 4 times because the people in the prison, I tell you what the prisoners hate. They hate what they call pigs. And if you are a pig police officer who has also abused kids, good Lord, you've got a target on your back. They do not like child killers. They hate them, and they will make it their business to cause harm.
Well, there you go. Let's lighten the mood. Well, I say lighten the mood. We often do programs on Spain saying how good it is and how not so good it is. We're going to do the not so good today because we're in a bad mood. And well, you may have been familiar with the term red diesel in the United Kingdom. You bought red diesel, you could fill your boat with it, you could fill your central heating tank with it, and the farmers.
Yes.
And the same happens in Spain. Still, there is gasolia, which is called A and B. The B is the red stuff. And so many people are filling their cars with the red stuff because it's common in the gas stations over here. They're clamping down on it. One of the things you've got to watch when you're driving in Spain is beware of the roundabouts. For 2 reasons. They've not a clue how to drive around roundabouts, whether they should be in the inside lane or the outside lane. When you ask a driving instructor, and I have, what do you teach your pupils? Oh, well, it's not quite clear. It is actually, but it's the way it's interpreted. Whether we tell them to go on the right or, which is the outside lane, roundabouts go a different way here, or go on the inside lane. So they don't know. And the second reason for avoiding roundabouts, that's where the police.
Yes. I remember.
Automatic rifles.
I remember it took me 3 months in Portugal to get used to it. And I used to think, why the police? It's the last few days of the month again. Why are they all out on the roundabouts? And of course, they were checking the vans and the Land Rovers and things like that to see if you say they got the red diesel in it. But yeah, and they've got guns and everything. They look really officious.
Yeah, well, Portugal, they have about a quarter of the police that we have in Spain. So the problem is not anywhere near as bad. It's still there. So anyway, they're going to fine you. So that's a negative, and you may be asked to blow into a bag, of course. You may get away with it, but believe you me, there are many motoring laws in Spain. They are going to have you if they want to.
Yeah.
And especially at Christmas time, you avoid
yes.
roundabouts because, believe it or not, they go out 3 weeks before Christmas and they fine. And it all goes into the local town hall.
Exactly.
Because they run out of money towards the end of the year.
Sorry.
So that proves the point. The other thing that we've got to mention, and this is staggering for us Brits, they've just done a favour to the population here and relaxed their laws on pension. Right. They pay into a pension like we do, national insurance, and we come out with a pension at the other end. But in Spain, if you carry on working or you get a job after you retire because you're bored, they've increased the amount that you can earn and not lose your pension.
Oh, that's all right.
To 25%. So they will reduce your pension by 75% if you dare work, which is potty, because we want workers like UK. But hang on, you've paid into that pension, it's your right. Not in Spain. We have a ultra left-wing government, and all they're interested in, as we say here, is la pasta.
But the thing is, though, I mean, I think that's why they've upped the age of pensions here in the UK, because people are so much younger in ability and everything at 65 now than they were going back 30 years. At 65, people looked half dead. At 70, 60 years and 10, you're like, but people are living younger, brighter, younger. You see in the supermarkets here, people that are way past retirement it keeps you alive. I mean, if you're lonely, you get bored, that's when illnesses go. Oh, and I must say today, thinking of illnesses, I read somewhere today that if you don't drink enough water, you are right on the risk of dementia.
That is true. Perhaps it's the same article.
I think it was. I think I sent it to you. Yeah.
Yeah. And if you are deaf,
yes,
that's number one.
Yes, it's interesting.
Because it works the brain. If you are deaf or half deaf, that's not the scientific way of saying it.
Impaired, I think. Impaired hearing is what you're looking for.
Your brain actually is working at twice the rate.
Yes, exactly.
And it's being worn out.
Yeah, that's right. But water, truly, I mean, my dad, all of us, whole of my family are big water drinkers. Even my dog.
Well, you're the same. Oh no, it's wine, isn't it? Yeah,
well, that as well.
We move on. Anyway, AI is overtaking the world. More good news for you. No more so than dear old Spain. You cannot do anything here without having the right card in your hand, the right number, the right computer, and along the line, because the apps and the computer IT science here are useless compared with the UK. It's a joy to go onto my banking UK online. It works here. Oh, well, hang on. I've not been able to go online for a week now. You get the Spanish shrug. Now, if you're offline for 4 hours in Britain, it's headline news. Here, we'll get round to it. You can't say that because you need a bank to pay people's wages.
Exactly.
You expect them to wait.
I remember when the ATMs, when we were in Portugal, the ATMs could be down for 4 or 5 days. And you think, because their machines there, you could actually pay bills through the magic wall, couldn't you, on the bank machines, And but awful if it was down over a weekend. People, you couldn't get any money out. You think, there was no warning, like when it might, and then magically it would all fire up again.
Well, the curse over here in Spain, you've got two big evils. One is the civil service, the funcionarios, they're called, the civil servants. And the other is monopoly. And if the two come together, you do have the perfect storm. Another illustration, this is a few years ago, the postman, these are the days of checks.
Oh, gosh, yes.
Yeah. Whereby we had to receive a check to pay our workers in the restaurants. And the postman fell off his bike and he was off for 6 weeks. And they didn't replace him because they needn't, because it's a monopoly. And he worked for the state, the post. The postal service is just as bad as then, now in Spain. You said, don't send a Christmas card, folks. It will arrive at Easter. Just send the Easter card.
It's true. It's the same with Bermuda. You send a card to Bermuda, you're lucky if they get it in 6 months.
Yeah. So there are certain things you value in the UK. One is the postal service. Not perfect, but
far from perfect.
Anywhere else, it jolly well is. So it's not all sunshine. There are negatives. We've got to finish. Never mind. I've got some figures for you. get the blood pressure pills out again. Officially confirmed. I've triple checked it with all the government sources. 87% of killings, murders, are by Muslims in Afghanistan, Sub-Saharan Africa, Iraq, and Iran, and Nigeria.
That's right.
Surprise, surprise.
Yeah, I know. It's as are the sexual assaults.
Yes, and don't forget the Christians that are not included in this. You tell me why. But I'll give you the actual breakdown of the figures. From 1979, watch how they go up, to 2000, which is 2 decades, 2,194 attacks. These are ONS figures.
Yeah. From
2001 to 2012, half the time, 1 decade and a bit. Suddenly, it's 8,265 attacks. From 2013 to 2024, just over a decade again, 56,412.
Terrible.
Total deaths, at least, and I say again, at least 249,941 innocent people. And it says underneath the report, now, what is the biggest threat to the world?
Social media. Oh, these are the figures that Starmer wants to ignore. It wants to ignore. I mean, you can't miss it. Every day I look through the news, every day there's the brown face done something different, or marauding around a street, getting his willy out and exposing himself everywhere. It is absolutely, this country has gone down the gurgler, I tell you. And I worry that it can't be changed back. I just, I don't know. I don't know who it's going to take. It was certainly not going to be Starmer, is it?
It isn't. And I worry after the debacle of Henry, all the party politicals took the side of Starmer and said, Henry's dad, and we've covered this before, but I'll say it again, said that we shouldn't. No, he didn't. Look at the text exactly and wonder who compiled that speech he made and the pressure that must have been put on him. Keep it under, keep the pressure cooker off. Let's keep it down. And the Tories, shame on them, Kemi. I thought they had a better chance than they did before, but they don't. And I've got to say, in all honesty, because I don't know whether Farage could make a fist of it, but I tell you what, the others couldn't.
Well, I think there's plenty of people that we know in Civvy Street that can do a better job. Well, there's nothing to beat, is there?
Not a lot.
Anybody could do. I think my 13-year-old grandson would do a better job, quite honestly. At least he's good at maths.
Well, yes, absolutely. Right, we've got to go. We've not got any recipes. We've not got any good news.
No,
except we may have after Thursday.
We're still alive, so let's wait and see. Because let's see what happens Thursday. Yeah, I agree with you. Let's see. It's going to be interesting. Will be interesting. And I don't think Starmer can be there because he's at the G7, isn't he? Did you see? Oh my gosh, I must end on this. Really funny. 2 things. Well, one wasn't funny. I do think it was outrageous that the poor royal children, Charlotte, George, and Louis, were in an open carriage for the what's it called? Horse Guard Parade. What you call it? What's it called?
Trooping of the Colour.
Trooping of the Colour, that's right, yeah. And there they were being booed. I think that was appalling. But Princess Charlotte's face was like, what? How do your parents tell you what was going on later, yeah? But the funny thing is, oh my word, did you see the photograph of Starmer and his wife? They couldn't have looked more miserable. He sat here, like she's at least 2 or 3 feet away, and she's and they honestly looked like they pair of them and stepped in doggy do, and it was like, who is it? Where's the nasty smell coming from? It was ever so funny.
Well, do you know how they met? Now, she was very romantic.
Oh, I saw hand in hand.
Well, no. How they originally met when he was king of.
Oh, met. Sorry, I thought you said left.
No, when he was king of the CPS, and obviously he's talking to lawyers all the time, and she was a lawyer, and he phoned her and didn't make a very good impression. So much so that she slammed the phone down, allegedly. I bet, boy, allegedly. She turned to her fellow mate on the next desk. Who the F does he think he is?
Well, he's no different, is he?
Well, that sums it up, I would suggest.
God, I'd love to be a fly on the wall in that house. All right, then, let's go. And the lovely evening here tonight, thank goodness.
There you go.
Finish my garden.
Get to your garden with your watering can.
Okay, then. Bye-bye now. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.